I'm from a telco engineer background, and to be honest, I landed into digital marketing by hazard, let's say. And looking at how digital has evolved, I mean, during my whole journey, I have learned a lot. I never thought to myself as an expert, just because there is so many things happening in the digital space in terms of technology, concepts, etc. So we are always running and keeping the pace on learning what is new, etc. And this is why I think I wanted not only keep learning on digital marketing in one industry, but try to stack some experience on various industries. I've started with airline industry, then I was in telco, also in financial services. So it was quite interesting to see not really differences, but maybe some emphasis into the different goals in the marketing funnel, either brand emphasis, brand awareness, or more e-commerce and conversion emphasis. And in final services, it was more about loyalty. And I have chosen to join Honoris, first because of the sector, education sector is, there is a lot happening here, you know. He's still getting into the process of starting its digital transformation, and obviously with the COVID situation, it has been greatly accelerated, but there is a lot to do to reshaping education thanks to digital. And also, I have joined also Honoris because, one of the values of Honoris is agility. And based on my experience, it's really important to be in an agile environment, because it is where you can truly experiment and learn a lot, especially in digital and digital marketing. So yeah, I think it was one trigger for me to join Honoris.
Because you're from an engineering background, how do you think that background helped you, or if it didn't help you, move into the marketing side of things and the digital marketing specifically?
Yeah, so I would say it helped me a lot, to be honest, because there is a lot of technology behind digital and digital marketing. So a lot of text complexity, and being able to navigate easily and understand this mechanism, I think it's a plus. And obviously, I was not super expert in traditional marketing, so I had to learn a lot. But that's fine. Upskilling now is part of all the fields. I mean, even a financial right now needs to upskill constantly. So yeah, I think it's a plus to be at least tech savvy or open to understand technology and innovation. Maybe because I'm talking about my experience, but I would say the branding side of building experiences on digital marketing. You know, when you are a digital marketer, it means that you are trying every time to leverage on data, and also you speak about KPIs, return on investment, conversions, etc. But it's really hard to correctly measure your impact on the brand's effect. And moreover, I would say building a brand emotional bond with your communities. It's something really hard.
Mm,
So I think maybe this is an area where traditional digital marketers should
yeah,
look at, because we usually talk a lot about KPIs and not enough about experiences and emotions.
yeah,
So yeah, it has changed quite a lot. 5 years, it's a long time. I do think that these last 5 years we have seen much more sophisticated digital marketing strategies, and this is because there are a lot of tools now available. There are a lot of audience outlets,
mm,
channels, and obviously big data. I mean, that data volume has critically increased. So yeah, all these things, it's quite overwhelming. And as I said, we need to keep pace with all these trends and evolution. And so if I would say the way I see it is really how to make the most of all the data available, and also with this AI, machine learning coming in the playground, we need also to really understand perfectly what good things algorithm can bring to us in our digital marketing strategy. So yeah, I think it's something that have already started these last years, but we are still in the beginning of it. I mean, we still need to understand perfectly what use cases we can do with all these algorithms, this machine
mm,
learning, in terms of budget split decision, or a better funnel management, or how to deliver a hyper segmented marketing campaign. But the great thing is, I see it really as a way to remain relevant for our customers, because our customers, how to stand out of the crowd is really difficult for us nowadays, because there is a
mm,
lot of content created in the social channels, in digital, etc. So if you want to be noticed by your customers and to work on your awareness, you really need to be relevant on your message,
mm,
and this is where data is helpful. So yeah, if I can summarize it, these last years we have seen a lot of tools, and in the coming years we need to make the most of all these tools, to
mm.
integrate them and to go further into being able to do more predictions instead of reacting after.
Mm,
One thing that is really amazing, I think, it's what is happening on natural language processing. So
mm,
it's still related to AI, to machines, but I do think that it will have a lot of impact on digital marketing strategy, on SEO, obviously, and also on content strategy, the way we think about our content. So it's here since a few years already, but the impact for the brands is not really yet happening. But I do think it's a trend that we
mm.
need to keep close eye on it, because it will definitely come and change the rules.
When you speak about natural language processing, I mean, can you just elaborate on how that impacts, content marketing, and just use content marketing for the.
So, for instance, when we are looking at our SEO strategy and we are trying to have these blog articles based on specific keywords that you think very close of your close of your field of expertise or your brand universe. It's really an angle that is influencing the way you think about your content strategy. But with this natural language processing, the brands will not have the same information about the keywords, etc. And this will change the way the content will be produced on your own platforms. And also the way we are having insights from all these interactions between the consumer, the customers, and the search engines. I have an idea about it because based on my personal experience, what helped me a lot to really understand how it's working and to have the right insights from the trends and what was new on the ground. So it's being able to dedicate a budget to innovations and the new things happening. You know, when you draw your digital marketing strategy, it's important that you keep a budget to test and learn. And it's really something interesting because I have heard once in a webinar, unfortunately I don't remember the guy, but he was saying in digital it's important to fail cheap and to fail fast. But instead of saying fail or talking about failures, I would say the motto is to learn fast and learn cheap. So if you dedicate a budget to do very small pilots, obviously you need to have an idea in mind what will look like the success of your pilot. Of course, you need to set some targets, goals, and to measure the success of the pilot. But it's important when you have a new social network, when you have a new advertising format, and you don't know exactly how it works, let's try it. Try it, put a small budget on it, and see if you can then scale this. And really, it's the advice I would like to give to other digital marketers. It's really important to equip the new digital marketers with some critical skills, not only the technical ones, but really the ones around problem solving and critical thinking, and also data analytics. Because it's really inherent to digital, being able to really harness the data and to turn it into insight. It's really where the value is. So I would say data analytics is definitely something that should be phased on the education part, and also being able to have some to sharpen its critical thinking, you know, and to be a problem solver. But I do think that at Honoris we are doing some great things, and also at Red and Yellow, you know, around these skills.